Hi, welcome to Going Insane with Temperance Jermaine. That's me. How y'all doing? Okay, so as I was cleaning up my session from this morning, they were like, you didn't look at the bottom of the cards. So that means I didn't get to show you what was on the bottom of the decks. But they suggested that I take the bottom two off each deck. Okay, so that's what I've done. I haven't really looked at them that closely. I put them in the box separate, and so we're just going to do that. And I found a couple other packs of decks, and we'll pull at the end from those. So welcome. Are y'all in the river? How y'all doing? Hot, hot, hot. The heat is on. It is on like Donkey Kong, right? Okay, so today's the solstice, I found out as I was doing my research earlier. And on my Facebook ministry, which is listed down below in the notification section, I've been listing some right, you're bloody well right, videos. And they're funny, and they're informative, and they're insider info. If you know where to go, you can find it. So I do. So I listed it. Now you know. So you can go if you want to. And hi, welcome if you're new. I'm going to jump right in. If I say previous videos, it's referring to my foundation videos that were channeled messages on how to fast track through the Ascension. You have to do the inner work first and do a check. So that's what I refer to when I say previous videos, okay? And if I say builder card, that means in the oracles, that means we've had it at least 3 times. And so, yeah, I don't have to do a lot of shuffling or messing with the cards. So we're just going to jump in. Are you ready? I'm ready. What a day. Oh, I watched Elysium. I don't think I'd ever seen that video. And even if I have seen it before, which I might have seen part of it, but it didn't matter because I saw it through brand new eyes, because I talk off and on my Facebook and other places about med beds, and that they're here already, and they've been hidden from us. They've been hoarded away from the masses because they don't want us to survive, obviously. And so they're not trying to heal us, really. But they're a real thing. But like Elysium, it's for the elite only. I mean, I'm telling you, Hollywood has to put it out because they have to reveal what they're doing or what their plans are. And, quite frankly, there's nothing new under the sun, so you really can't think up stuff that hasn't been already created. I mean, our imaginations can't come up with something that hasn't already been created. I know, it's a conundrum, all right? But there's nothing new under the sun. So if we can imagine it, it's already been created. It's a very large cosmos. We're the youngsters, and we're the new kids on the block. We really are. And we've been kept in such a slow your roll, control, enslavement, like slave planet type holding pattern for a really long time. And so if it's been in a sci-fi movie, that's because it exists already, and more than likely somebody was shown it, was told about it. It's been a regaled tale, around a campfire, just whatever. Okay, it doesn't matter. Med beds are real. So Elysium is quite true to form right now. If you want to see a documentary. I mean, at the end of that movie, I cried. Because everybody became. Anyway, I won't. I'm not going to be a spoiler, but I cried, and I don't always cry at movies. I mean, anyway. So there's that. Also on my Facebook, shout out to Janine. Hi, Janine. Tarot by Janine. She did it, but the shout out was on Sending Ravens, and I have the video she referred to. It's from Lisa Space C, and she's right on YouTube. You can find her, and you can find the original video. But I put the original video, but I don't think there's a thumbnail to it. But it does say above it, police officer. Anyway, it talks the truth about the things we can't say. So if you're not scared to know the truth, and you'd like to know what's really going on out there, so much so that a cop went and ratted everybody out in the UK. Okay, this is in the UK. From I can't say because I'll get my video tagged, and Anywho, you can go to my Facebook. That can go away. It won't. But, I mean, Facebook's come a dime a dozen, right? Okay, so anyway, much stuff on the Facebook ministry listed down below. And you can like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know the next time a video drops, so you can get the scoop about the poop. And, oh yeah, leave a comment. Let's start a dialogue. Even if it's just an emoji, really helps promote the video on my channel or anybody else's channel. So, it's kind of polite. Just, I don't know why people bother putting the thumbs down. But it really helps the algorithm. So if you don't like it, go ahead, hit it. Either way. Anyway, so now that the housekeeping's done, let's start, shall we? Yes, let's. 6:55. 655. Month of June, and 55 twice. 11 5 times. Either way, still a kick-ass number. So, first one. Fall in love with your own story. Yes, yes, I am. And I find it quite refreshing for a change. Because I don't care what anybody else thinks about my story at this point. And I have a testimony that my series of the base foundational, there's 28 in it in my playlist. It'll play them for you in order. And it says series in order, or sequence in order other than oracles. And there's 28 videos. And I had to recently do, it's an open book test, as Gang Gang always says we should always bring in Gang Gang. But as Gang Gang always says, it's an open book test. And I had to do a refresher course for the quiz I was having right after the solstice. And man, oh man, I'm telling you, I watched, I don't know, however many, to about the shame game, and then maybe one or two more. Can't really recall. Because I just started after the shame game. I think I was still watching a couple, but I was like, I started, I was right back in. I have a friend, a furry friend with me right now. You're so precious. I love you. And I I got back to the 0.0 point of joy, and I haven't left again since. Whoop, whoop. I like them tomato apples. Apple tomatoes. Whatever. Okay. So, fall in love with your own story, precious angel. Okay. It is 54, which is a 9. Okay. Well, let's see. Let me see here. How am I going to be able to see now? I tried sitting by the window, but it was still quite bright, so couldn't see anything but sunlight through the window. So I was like, okay, well, no, that's not a good idea. Fall in love with your own story. Essential meanings: sharing your story, accepting responsibility as the author of your own epic tale, revisiting the inspiration behind your brand story. Beg your pardon. Self-care message: I need to be wary of any negative stories you tell about yourself, about your circumstances and abilities. A desire to adopt or mimic someone else's story because you don't love your own. An incongruent brand message. The need to trust in your own story and communicate it honestly. Amen. Our stories have power. They shape our understandings of who we are and what we can do, and when we get them right and totally okay. That might help. Let's try. Let's see. That is a bit better. They shape our understanding of who we are and what we can do, and when we get them right and totally love our own story, magic happens. The story that has the most hold on your life is the one that you tell yourself every day. It runs on autopilot, and it convinces you of your lucky or unlucky circumstances, your amazing or mediocre abilities, and your strengths and weaknesses. And it assures you that money is easy to make, or that you need to suffer and work hard before it can arrive. It includes a lot of shoulds. It includes a lot of shoulds and is mega powerful because it informs your perception of reality while solidifying. I just couldn't resist petting him again. He's so beautiful. It informs your perception of reality while solidifying subconscious beliefs, as it's both a powerful gateway to the incredible and a powerful weaver of the truth of truthless shadows. Oh my gosh, that is deep. This book is really small. It's really, the letters are really small, so cut me a little slack, okay? I'll get through it. It includes a lot of shoulds, and it's mega powerful because it informs your perception of reality while solidifying subconscious beliefs, as it's both a powerful gateway to the incredible and a powerful weaver of the truthless shadows. It's time to be mindful of the story you are telling yourself. If it needs a rewrite and edit its message to share the most beautiful parts of who you are. If it needs a rewrite, edit its message to share the most beautiful parts of who you are. If you uncover something negative that's been playing on repeat, you've hit a massive opportunity to stop the loop. Yes, indeed, stop the loop. Quit it. Negative self-talk is the easiest way for us to self-sabotage. And the shame game really touches on it. There was one I just recently did, and I can't recall. the title. Oh, yeah. It was about how we've been told since we were little that we were no good. A whole generation. And by the ones who raised us. And they told the ones we were raising. But, you know, once we realized that that's just not true, we're just the generation they're most afraid of, then we got it going on. And we can stop the loop, okay? Just stop the loop. That's why radical love of self, radical forgiveness of self, and that pours out. And then our generation, all of us, okay, we're going to kick some light butt and bring peace to this world by not judging other souls, even the ones that tried to do it to us. Because they're just doing them. But we need to show them that we're not afraid to be ourselves. Because we love ourselves, even if they tried to convince us that we were unlovable. Okay, back to the book. Stop the loop. Where's the loop? Opportunity to stop the loop. You have an incredible story. Dig around in your soul a little bit, and it will be staring back at you with a little something something that no other person on this planet can replicate. Amen. What does that story say? What does that story say you're great at? Okay, what does that story say you're great at? These letters are really small. What does it say you need to work on? Are parts of it tired and old and horribly out of date? What needs a rewrite? Good question. Okay, I better get through this other one before I lose any. It is so nice that the kitty came to sit with us right here. That's a really good sign. It really is. Balance. Ta-da. And it is 14. Okie dokie. Another 5. Ooh. Ooh. Yes, baby. Okay. Essential meanings. Patience, moderation, a perfect blend of activities, a happy balance, purpose and meaning, mixing ideas and people into a perfect brew. Self-care message. Too much focus on one thing, ignoring responsibilities that you dislike, excess, imbalance, not seeing the bigger picture. Ever elusive balance. You could drive yourself a little nutty chasing the perfect ratio of work, home, health, family, social life, hobbies, and woo time. And it's okay not to strive for such a compulsive perfection. Sometimes chilling way the bleep out. Sometimes chilling way the bleep out is exactly what's needed to usher in some desperately needed balance. Amen. We were just talking about that this morning when we're talking about grounding and self-care with me talks and everybody over there. Okay, well, you can pop back and watch it if you want. It was pretty good. It was tight as F. I didn't call Gang. Well, that's okay because I got the message here. And you know what? They're really busy. I don't know if y'all noticed, but lots of activities going on. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. I listened to another video about the solstice, and it was very informative of how all the other astronomical events and astrological events are affecting this time right now too. Oh, by the way. Okay, so the negative forces in the world sense and in the maybe even the ones that bug us on a personal level, they take full advantage of the 21st. For some reason, June 21st is a highly active ritual day for the deep state dark cult and etc., etc. Okay? And I don't know why. I don't care why. But that rainbow activation, that rainbow healing activation that I listed in my comments in the last 3 videos, and I will put in this one as well, it will boost our light as light workers, and what other label that you or anyone you share it with might it'll add light and energy to any soul. We need to be lit up starting now through tomorrow, and until the end of the month would be best, but especially for the next 24, 48 hours is and focusing on thwarting their ability to gather and to do sick ass ceremonies, okay? Because they're trying. It's not so easy for them as it used to be. The Vatican's been shut down and Washington's kind of flooded out, but they have other spots in kind of, like in a radius from these places that they're still trying to use for this ritual abusive shit. Anyway, back to the book. Okay, where was I? Such a compulsive perfection. Sometimes chilling way the bleep out is exactly what's needed to usher in some desperately needed balance. Then again, you may be so complacent that your heart is begging for a healthier mix. And if this is you, and you'll know when it is, then the universe requires more consistent energy from you in order to deliver your dreams. Amen. We were talking about that this morning. Yes, yes. Were we not? I think so. In order to deliver your dreams. Regardless of your situation, if you're feeling misaligned and out of whack, it's time to come back to center. Look for solutions and situations that feel grounded and calming. Avoid anything that will tip the scales and suck way too much of your energy, time, or money, or that will provide you with too much lazing around time. That's what it says. And actively seek the moderation of tasks and time. Step away from the drastic and excessive and any imbalances that just don't feel right. Consistent introspection to see where you're lacking and where you're leaking energy. Ooh wee, who's leaking energy? Quit it. We need to tap in, tune in, and turn on, not have a slow leak. And where you're leaking energy will guide you into the middle ground. That's required right now. Now, see? Now, right now. Find long-term success through a measured blending of strengths, productivity, and stillness. No one can create balance for you. Only you know it because it's a feeling. How balanced do you feel today? Today. Whenever your today is. Okay, even if you find this video in the future, hi future people, there's something in here for you if it was brought to your attention, okay? Okay. What does a balanced life look like to you? Can you plan a week around this? Are there any self-critical not enoughs that are eating their way into your balance? Very, very good questions. Okay. These next ones are easier to read, for sure. Okay. In the hand, the universe is your partner. Don't forget. And that's a 4. Okay, 31. 31. In the hand. Feeling secure, taken care of, the universe is your partner. Something amazing happens when you contemplate your intimate relationship with your higher power. How do you engage it? Perhaps you might have seen things through the influence of your religious background, or you may have been exposed to other ways of making this connection real for you. It doesn't matter the source of your understanding. What matters is what works for you. For example, if you believe in a punitive God, you will be afraid of punishment for your transgressions. If you believe in a version of a higher power that blesses you, you might find it easier to surrender to a relationship of radical trust. Amen. Right now, if you imagine relaxing, curled up in the hand of the divine, how does that make you feel? Can you then turn your needs and desires to the divine power and trust that you're safe and secure and don't have to do anything at all to feel that way? Grace is activated in your life now. You're in good hands. Your work, family, relationships, home, everything. You've done all you can, so now is the time to rest and recharge instead of producing, doing, acting, strategizing. A hot tea and a good book and a soft blanket are in order. Amen. Mindful. Groupthink. Well, that's where we're headed. If we do it right. We're not supposed to be doing this alone. We're supposed to be tapping into the grid, to the ley lines that have been established by those that have been anchoring in the light and the love and the Christ consciousness for over 3, 4, 5 years now, and maybe longer. I mean, I can say I've been actively, well, over a decade aware of what's going on. And so that means that I was adding my light because I was trying to shed light on the darkness. Well over a decade, okay? So anyway, back to the book. Mindful. The human mind can be so many things. A prison, a latrine. I didn't believe it when I was looking at a latrine, a circus, a temple, a cave. It can be a place of restriction or a place of never-ending expansion. Amen. Which reminds me, Jupiter's in retrograde right now. That other video, you could do some more your research on what that means for you. Right now, be careful of where you wander in your mind. The quality of your thoughts is key as you're in a fertile time for full manifestation. Yes, we are. You want to ensure that the seed you plant will sprout and flourish into the life you seek to grow. Be mindful not to scatter weeds. I thought it said starter weeds. I'm like, who would start weeds? Scatter weeds. It's easy to be influenced by others right now, too, especially in our digital age. It's hard to protect yourself from the energy and the sheer amount of information bombarding you 24/7. If you allow all the fear and the uncertainty to pollute your mind and emotions, you will fill yourself up with this negativity and then see more of it in the outer world. Stay out of the gossip and other forms of groupthink, for when you cut another person down to their level due to their perceived mistakes or limit them by your envy, you activate lack for yourself. I've been working my discernment and faith muscle on the internet actively since 2010 is when I first got my first computer. But before that, I did have access like since 2008 or so. And I was attacked a lot, but I was just sharpening, I didn't care about that because I'm a great debater. And that's how I figured out what I needed to learn about. Didn't bother me. And I really learned how to discern. So I can understand if you guys are fresh in the game, trying to discern what's real, what's not. I suggest going to my Facebook ministry. or find someone else that you trust and kind of follow their rabbit holes or, squirrels. And that really helps you to stay away from the tar pits and the provocateurs that are just trying to push your buttons and start fights, because that's not what we're supposed to be doing. Okay? And if you don't want to get into all this, go find a hilarious movie, your favorite comedy, and laugh your ass off. I mean, pull up Eddie Murphy Raw if you want. Whatever makes you laugh. That's a more productive thing than trying to correct people's perception, because we're not about correcting other souls on their journey. We're about perfecting ours. Okay, we're not perfect, but we are aiming for it. We're aiming for the truth to be revealed so that we can adapt and move on, and move on, feed ourselves. We're not trying to I put the information on my ministry, but I don't go hunting people down to give it to. If there's something I think somebody that would correct somebody because we had a disagreement on that topic, I don't hunt them down and send it to them and text it to them and email it to them, because if they're supposed to know, or they want to know, that it'll come to them just by them being, in that state of mind of wanting to know. Me trying to force something down their throat is me overstepping their self-love boundaries. They disagree with me because they don't want to know what I know or agree with me at all, which is fine, because I'm not doing their walk. I care about the soul so much that I respect their boundaries, and that's where it's at. This manipulation and insisting that people believe what we believe, that's SJW bullshit, and we need to not be acting and behaving like little children, like the elders and the youngers are. You know what I'm saying? If you follow that bouncing ball, you're in good shape. And if you're insulted, sorry. That's a trigger. You need to work on it. It's not my fault that you're triggered. It's not anybody's fault if you get triggered. So go figure out why you're triggered, but don't come at me, because that's you doing you. I'm doing me. Hi, you don't have to watch. I don't care. I really don't. I mean, I want people to know, and I hope a lot of people are on the journey to the truth, on the path, that follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road. But if you don't want to go find that the Oz is just a little short dude with a big mic and a stool to step on behind a curtain, if you don't want to know that, then far be it from me. Okay? I still want to go home. Or would co-create a new home, whatever. It's easy to be influenced by others right now too, especially in our digital age. It's hard to protect yourself from the energy and the sheer amount of information bombarding you 24/7. Isn't he beautiful? You gonna sit here? You're gonna sit right here? Is that right? Okay. Sheer amount of information bombarding you 24/7. If you allow all the fear and uncertainty to pollute your mind and emotions, you will fill yourself up with the negativity. Oh, baby. Fill yourself up with the negativity and then see more of it in the outer world. Stay out of gossip and other forms of groupthink. For when you cut another person down to their level due to their perceived mistakes or limit them by your envy, you activate lack for yourself. So fill yourself with thoughts of plenty. Imagine your universe. Boy, she wasn't kidding hanging from the chandeliers. Mokchi, what are you doing? Okay. Perceive mistakes or limit them by your envy. You activate lack for yourself. So fill yourself with thoughts of plenty. Imagine your universe unfettered by scarcity and alive with abundant hope and goodness. Be mindful of what your mind is full of and keep the faith. Good brings more good. Love, more love. Gratitude, more things to be grateful for. Amen. Okay, done with that one. What's next? Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Okay. Turn a light on. Let me see. Don't step on the computer. No. Good boy. Good boy. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It's nice to have a furry friend. If you break it, stop. I'll still love you. Okay. Your good luck. I found it right away. Want to? Nice. Nicey nice. Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Welcome with open arms opportunities to give and receive love. The Heart Guardian is an angelic energy that can help you call for protection and guidance with all issues surrounding the heart. This is essentially the angel who helps you with all relationships, whether they be with yourself, family, or even a romantic connection. She can enable you to move beyond any limiting fears about trust, discern whom to trust, and understand how you can move forward in a balanced relationship with that person. In this card, she is adorned with a sacred heart and draped in a red cloak to show her capacity to let love lead the way. You are love, lovable and loving. The energy of love is surrounding your whole world at this time. Angels are swirling around you, encouraging you to open your heart and reveal the blessings that you have to offer. They want you to know that you are a highly loving being who deserves to give and receive love. If you're finding it challenging to feel love at this time, it's important for you to give yourself credit where it's due. You are also encouraged to welcome support from others. Learn to receive. Don't try and do everything on your own. If you are working on a relationship or in a new relationship, this card can usher in energies that allow you to forge a powerful connection with your partner. Love is in the air. Cool. That was tight. Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. And it's right next to it. Isn't that suave? Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. Stop looking outside of yourself and recognize that you have incredible power within. Magic, with a K, is the energy of the universe that allows you to manifest and create through the direction and power of your will. It changes according to your frequency. Chakra, chakra, chakra. Okay. The Maverick Guardian, or the Maverick. Why did I say Maverick? The Magic Guardian is a representation of the angel of magic who helps you direct your will to bring something into creation. She is the angel who swirls around shamans and wise ones when they are calling on the energy of magic to help them manifest something that will bring healing and supportive of their path. She is the angel of all magic that is directed for the highest good of whoever it is working with. You are the magic. You are the answer. You have it all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and your will, your desires into being. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is the real gift that you are being guided to recognize now. Okay. What's next? 22. Tender embrace. That's so beautiful. Oh, my palm is itching. What? Yes. Okay. Tender embrace. Key concepts. Compassion, warm-hearted, care for self and others, sensitivity and empathy, benevolence and kindness. Put your hand on your heart and breathe deeply, inhaling a sense of gratitude. Now, how do you feel? Keep doing this, tuning into the world around you, others you know, and even those you don't know. Can you feel compassion for them? Compassion is an emotion of tenderness and sensitivity. It's a feeling of benevolence and reverence as you stand witness to the suffering of the world. Now is the time to reduce that pain and focus on compassion in all areas of your life. Today, do something deliberately kind for another. Even looking at a stranger in the eye, smiling can make a world of difference. The questions to ask now are, where do I need to be kinder and gentler? How can I serve? And in what capacity can I be in alignment with the solution to the suffering of the world? That meditation would be a place to start. Okay. Could it be that you need to be more compassionate toward yourself? If you spend all your time in service to others, it's easy to forget about your own needs. When you accept yourself, you can bring more loving energy to others. Today, make a commitment to practice self-compassion. Release yourself from the burdens of perfectionism. Allow yourself the grace to be human and to do the same for others. It's not your job to tell others how to express themselves. They're so good at this. How to express themselves, even if you don't like the way the world behaves. That's tight. I mean, where was it? I mean, which one was it? All of them that it... Okay. When you accept yourself, you can bring more loving energy to others. Today, make a commitment to practice self-compassion. Release yourself from the burdens of perfectionism. Allow yourself the peace or the grace to be human, and then do the same for others. Yes. That's where we're at. They knew what I was going to. They told me to take the bottom two. They knew what I was going to. They are really good at this. Time's all bendy and stuff. I mean, we're linear. It kind of makes us square sometimes, doesn't it? Grace to be human, and then do the same for others. It's not your job to tell others how to express themselves, even if you don't like the way the world behaves. Today, be kind for no reason at all, and watch the miracles arise. Sacred reverence. It doesn't surprise me. This one's here, and it's an 11. I guess I'm tapped in, huh? Sacred reverence. Key concepts. Offer the truth that spirit is everywhere. Oh my God. Moktu's like, why are you so happy? Because I'm always happy, Moktu. Okay. Inspiration coming through you as a result of reverence, joyful living, exploring possibilities with curiosity, spiritual passion, manifesting from the starting point of the realm of spirit. Manifesting from the starting point of the realm of spirit. That is tight. Wow. Looking at the world, do you see all of it? Do you see all of life or only a limited part? When you look at a blade of grass, do you see just a plant? When you encounter a puppy, do you see just an animal? While this categorizing is one way of viewing the world, it is only a fraction of the truth. It isn't enough. Look closer, and you'll observe the luminosity immanent in these living, sentient beings. If you can allow yourself to take in all the world, including its spirit, then you see the whole. Reverence is an act of deep witnessing, respect, and awe. You experience it when you perceive every being and everything, every plant, rock, and tree, as sacred and alive. You naturally lean into a state of bliss and harmony and a profound sense of well-being. Amen. Whatever your dilemma or question, try to reframe it, your perspective, to acknowledge the spiritual. If everything has value, including your most frustrating challenges, would you still ask your question from the same place? Can you regard the other as sacred? Oh my God, I just said all that. I'm going to cry now. That's so tight. Can you regard the other as sacred, thereby erasing the separation between you? Embracing the perfection of how you came together is real magic, and you are tapping into this unity right now. No matter who or what is in front of you, see that person or thing as luminous and your interaction is holy. Then you will know what to do for the highest good of all. I'm floored right now. The hero of your cosmic journey. Excalibur. Have you seen that movie? Is it King Arthur or oh wow. I don't know. I recently just saw it and I've seen it twice. It's tight. I don't know. Okay. He is trying to get some attention. Boy, howdy. It's right here. There you are. The hero of your cosmic journey. Attributes. Path of divine destiny. Yeah. We covered that already in the previous in the preamble, right? Okay. I love you too. Path of divine destiny, mythic story, grand adventure, and quest. Attributes. Path of divine destiny. I just said that. Why am I reading it again? Are you a distraction? I believe so. You are the one you have been waiting for. You are the mythic story coming to life. This great adventure is exactly what you've intended to fulfill your destiny of greatness. Yes, yes. I see you, Moktu. Legend of the hero is deep within our collective consciousness because that's our path to fulfilling our greatest purpose here. The hero is willing to go forth, even when they are uncertain of what's next. Yep. They are driven by greater purpose and many times reluctantly drawn into adventure. But once on the path, moving forward, help comes through with new allies, guides, and even magical gifts awaiting discovery. Amen. That's tight. That is tight. And it's also true. I don't know what else I can do to convince you guys. Y'all are Ninja SEALs. Come on. Let's go get them. There is a point of no return. Then there is a point of no return, a symbolic death to what was in order to continue evolving into what's next, knowing their world will never be the same again. Yeehaw! I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited. This tapping in, tuning in, and turning on thing really is working for me. You should try it. Wasn't I saying this morning about being the hero of your own story? Sure. I think I'm gonna start taking some credit for being part of the partnership, the co-creation of this message. I mean, I give them all the credit, but I am here too. I am participating, so tight. Then there is a point of no return, a symbolic death to what was in order to continue evolving into what's next, knowing their world will never be the same again. Then, together with their friends, they must defeat the guardian at the threshold, the final test the final test in their saga. And finally, they return home with even greater powers bestowed upon them to share for the benefit of all. Amen. Pull the sword from the stone, and let's begin the quest with the questions, with the questions, potential questions to ask this archetype. What is my cosmic journey quest? Where am I on my cosmic journey? How would I write my full cosmic journey story as the hero? What can I do to activate more of my allies, guides, and magical help in my life? What is my cosmic hero name? Every cycle is a higher opportunity. It's a great gig if you can get it. You should try it. Y'all need to start your own videos, your own channels, you know. Start getting your messages out. We're not in competition. This isn't a competition. The only way to fail is to not try and fulfill your destiny. Make yourself a hero that knowing that people will want to hear what you have to say. It doesn't matter how large or how small. If you're talking to one other soul, that matters. Every soul has value. If you change your example and one soul is affected by it, that's enough. It won't be just one, but even if it were just one, that would be enough. Because then they would do one or two. And then it's a pyramid scam because it's just exponentially going out. Pay it forward. Every cycle is a higher opportunity. Each and every turn in the cycle of life is a new way of coming back to your truest essence, the one you've always held sacred. This is your cosmic blueprint, being expressed more fully and wisely with each turn of the spiral. You keep coming back to the same things you've always loved, but with new insights and experience. There are cycles within cycles within cycles in all of nature. If you bring awareness to your life, you will find patterns of when to plant seeds and when to harvest ideas. Where is the pattern in this current situation? The clues were always there. What you loved as a child is typically where your deepest soul level expression Now with new eyes, skills, talents, and resources, you can bring this to life in a whole new way. And it doesn't have to be just one thing, because your unique genius is a perfect combination of everything that makes you up. Cosmic Catalyst. What did I love as a kid, and how can I bring more of this energy back into my life? Cosmic Checkbox. Set up a play date with yourself. Mark it on your calendar and simply create a day of exploring what you loved as a kid. Okay, I don't have the book to this one. So we'll just see what words come up. We'll do this second. We'll do this one first. I do have a book for this one. This is called Healing with Angels Oracle. I thought I'd use them. I like these cards. These are cool. These are really nice. I'm like, sign me up. I want a deck. Okay. Oh, these are Doreen Virtue. She has a really interesting story. I'm not going to get into it. A PhD created some of the best card decks as a spiritualist and then dropped it all and went hyper-Christian. Like nosedived belly flopped into religion. It's like, really? Because she has some of and then you can't buy her cards. They're like worth, a deck of cards of hers some of them are worth $1,000 or more. It's ridiculous. So, anyway, should we call in Gang to see if hey, someone here to pick these cards? Because it really is, I'm going to blame it on y'all. I need some energy over here. I'll pick these cards. Any others? These words couldn't be any smaller, I think. Healing. A situation that has caused you concern is on the mend. You are a natural healer, and your healing thoughts have manifested into form. Nice. Okay. Let me see. Sometimes a situation cannot heal until you release the challenge completely, so that healing light can enter it. Your worries will soon be over, because this card signifies that a healing has occurred. Amen. To realize this healing, however, you must first stop focusing on what is wrong and instead affirm everything is divine and perfect order right now. Amen. Everybody's where they're supposed to be, because that's where they're at. Sweating the small stuff is always a bad idea, and everything's small stuff. Even if people, even if you assert yourself to mend something and the other person is triggered, don't get triggered, because they're entitled to be triggered and figure out where their soft spots are so that they can heal it. Everybody's entitled to be triggered. I mean, trigger away. We can't heal until we know that the wound is there. And if we're in unconditional love and radical love of self and other people, and radical forgiveness of self and other people, we're not worried about what they might say or what they think, because that's the mental fuckery that got you into this mess, more than likely, because you weren't being authentic. I've done it. I've done it. And I've been triggered, and I went and I healed it. Or at least I'm aware of it, but I do the work. You can't be walking around afraid to be triggered or to trigger somebody else, especially if you know that it's something that needs to happen. So anyway, come on, pull up your, pick yourself up by your belt loops, your bootstraps, and get on the horse. And once you fall off a horse, you get back on. Every cowboy knows that. Aren't y'all cowboys? Cowboy. Cowboy. That's a Kid Rock song. You can look it up. I can't play it because they wouldn't let me put this video on YouTube. Anyway, that healing has occurred. To realize this healing, however, you must first stop focusing on what is wrong and instead affirm everything is in divine and perfect order right now. You have natural healing abilities, and this card asks you to have faith that God works through you as an earth healing angel. Hold thoughts of love around any situation that seems to need healing. Visualize the situation as healed right now. Then give thanks to God for this healing and completely release everything to the angels. The powerful effects of your healing work touch many lives. Amen. What's next? One more out of this one. Friendship. Friendship. Changes in your card meanings. Changes in your friendship are occurring. Be lovingly honest with yourself and your friends right now, and appreciate the healing benefits of a true friend. I mean, if you guys can read better, I probably could read it better through the lens that's magnifying it. I'll get a magnifying glass, just not right now. Not only are you changing on the inside, but your life is changing on the outside as well. Among these changes are your relationships with your friends. Perhaps you fear that you no longer have common interests with old friends, or maybe you wonder if you'll ever meet new friends with whom you'll share close bonds. Changes in friendships are natural, and the angels ask you to surrender your relationships to them. Know that God and the angels watch over you and your friends. They will lovingly help all of you during these transitions. This card also signifies that you are ready to receive new friendships with people who mirror your interests and ambitions. Yes, yes. Okay, so let's see what the energies bring us from this deck. This deck is it's really awkward. And I got big hands. I don't know how to, I tried to do it sideways, but it didn't work. So there we go. Okay. That was okay. Shuffle. Let's see. And this. That one? Any others? Okay. First we have ending. 58, that's a 13, and that's a 4. 4s are foundational. I can see a 3 in there. See the 3? Chakra, sacral. And that's like where the heart chakra is. That looks like a... I don't know. I see like red eyes there. To me, this looks like the energy and the negative energies that have been prevalent discussions on this channel since the eclipse. Ending. They lost. They don't have... They're just a big mess. I mean, hot mess. And they're trying to make everybody else a hot mess instead of grounded and stable and empowered and powerful, self-assured. They're trying to ignite pockets of, of natural gas, wherever methane gas, wherever they can find it. They want to spark it so that the light workers start looking like something other than what they are. I mean, we're all human, and if we get sparked off, it's okay, because it's ending. Endings bring hot mess. But like I always say, to clean something up, you have to make a mess. If you're going to reorganize your kitchen, you got to take everything out of everywhere. Look at it all. Get rid of what you don't want anymore. The lids to the Tupperware that aren't there. Figure out where the best space to put the stuff, the stuff you don't use that much anymore. Pots and pans or gadgets that you don't ever use. Better to get rid of it so you have more room. It's like cutting away stuff that you don't use necessarily. So you can heal the hot mess in the kitchen or in your life. Right? And that's a 6. Balance. We got the sun there. We got sun looks kind of like a snake. Something that's gone off path. Right? Looks like we have some vortexes here, there. As above, so below. Another vortex here, over here. Sacral. Heal the sacral and the solar plexus. What else do y'all get out of that? I'm getting some ley lines, like the energy grid that we're tapping into and feeding. That's feeding us. The solar flares that are being, energy's coming down from the solar flares, from the moon right now. We're getting activations and upgrades. You got to rest to receive them, because they're not going to hurt you trying to give them to you before you're ready. They can't. That would be, your oversoul won't let it happen anyway, because it wants to keep you, mobile. The oversoul is, our oversouls are up there too, part of the higher realms, making sure that we're okay, that we're not being overly challenged or depleted. So you might be having discussions with yourself and you don't even know it. Your higher self telling you, come on, dude, chica, what's up with this? Stop, And since your oversoul is an extension of yourself, if tapping into that and giving yourself permission to help yourself, I mean, that's a no-brainer, isn't it? Journeying. Wow, journeying. That looks like ascension to me. Wow. Okay, so we're ending. And healing. Ending and healing. So we can keep on journeying. Okay. Message received. So thanks for hanging out with me. I mean it. Thank you. Thanks for coming and being a part of my soul song, my heart message, my passion. I hope you got as much out of it as I did, because I definitely did. I certainly did. And run through the cards. Every cycle is a higher opportunity. The hero of your own cosmic journey. Pull the sword out. Sacred reverence. Tender embrace. Magic guardian. That's the sacral and solar plexus chakra colors going on. See there? Some root chakras. Maybe some frequency healing on your chakra. Mindful. You're not supposed to be wagging fingers at anybody, okay? In the hand, the universe is your partner. Whoop, whoop. Oh. Okay. Fall in love with your own story. And come into balance with your friends and healing. Okay? Okay. Namaste. He's gonna tickle. I love me. I love me so much. And I love you. I love you. I love you. And you love you too. Don't forget. And don't forget to tell yourself every time you doubt it. Okay? Okay. I'll see you probably in the morning. Can't wait. Until then, peace and out.